USA Cycling has announced a sweeping new policy that will bar transgender women from competing in any of its female categories at sanctioned competitions beginning September 15, 2025. The governing body says the decision aligns with guidance from the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee, citing the NGB Athlete Safety Policy and the Ted Stevens Olympic and Amateur Sports Act, which directs federations to safeguard fair competition. It also follows the federal executive order known as Keeping Men Out of Women's Sports, which requires sex-based categories to be defined according to biological standards established in law. Under the new rules, the women's category is reserved exclusively for those identified as female at conception, defined as belonging to the sex that produces the large reproductive cell. Transgender women, regardless of hormone therapy or transition status, will no longer be eligible. The men's category, by contrast, is being redefined as an open division, where anyone, regardless of sex assigned at birth, may compete. Eligibility will be determined during membership or registration, with athletes in the women's division required to self-certify their sex. That certification will create a presumption of eligibility, but USA Cycling reserves the right to challenge it through documentation such as birth certificates or other evidence, retaining sole authority over disputes. This shift marks a major break from past policy. For much of the last decade, USA Cycling followed International Olympic Committee and UCI standards that permitted transgender women to compete if they declared their gender identity and maintained low testosterone levels. In July 2023, the UCI barred athletes who had experienced male puberty from women's races, and USA Cycling adopted a modified approach in January 2024. That two-tier system required elite riders to present medical records while recreational competitors faced lighter requirements. The new rules end all hormone-based criteria and instead apply a strict definition of sex that excludes transgender women altogether from national women's competitions. International events will remain under UCI authority, but the ban covers all national championships and national team selections. The policy also includes confidentiality protections, anti-doping compliance, and a liability waiver for the federation. USA Cycling emphasized it may review and revise the regulations at any time. For now, the move cements one of the most restrictive eligibility standards in American sport and signals a decisive shift in how cycling, at the national level, defines women's competition.